Hello everyone, and welcome back to Myers Rainforest Conservation Project, where we are going for gold. Now, I've got a lot to talk to you guys about. So, the zoo, it is dark, but it does look incredibly different from when we were last at it. Where we were at is that we were up to this goal here, earn a yearly profit of 15,000. Long story short, I was tanking the zoo. And I decided rather than spend... Oh, no, Linland's got some low welfare. Yeah, rather than spend hours and hours worrying about... Oopsie, I haven't fixed this up. Trying to make profit out of the zoo that we had, I thought, you know what? You know what we're going to do? I'm just going to spend some time and actually just redo the zoo, work it out, and try and just make the money. And I feel like, anyway, that we have actually, I've done that. So we'll see how this turns out. So fingers crossed. Okay, so Linland's a lot happier. We need some plant coverage. So Asia, Tiger, Temperate. So I did actually finish it as soon as I got Linland in the zoo and her habitat basically sorted. Obviously I missed a few things, but yeah, I stopped from there because I wanted you guys to see us finishing the zoo and the goals, and we could do that together. Oh yeah, I need to get more of the expansions. I'll get there. It's, you know, there's a lot of expansions to, you know, kind of get, so it's not going to be one of those all at once things. It's just going to be when they go on sale things. Where's the bamboo? Vine tomato. Variegated ivy base. Okay. Honestly, what I want is the bamboo. So I'm going to show you guys what I did around the zoo. It's just a little bit hard to see, obviously, because it's dark. So I might wait till it's a little bit lighter. Mountain bamboo. Here we go. But we are kind of making money at the moment. So I'm hoping that I have actually fixed the zoo okay. We will see. Okay, let's get a light. So that will be enough for Linland. It'll have to be. So what I've done is I realized very belatedly that these skyline gondolas don't actually need to go up into the sky. Bit research. Yeah. I wonder if we got anything with the flamingo. Low welfare? What's the matter with you? Stress. Well, go hide then, silly animal. So yeah, I realized that these did not need to go up into the sky. They could just go around in a circle, and that was going to be absolutely fine. But what I really struggled with these was actually working out how to make money from the sky gondola. And it took me a little bit of figuring out. But when you look at this, so you have your finance statistics, so yearly running costs, and we're actually earning about 5,000 per year. So we're looking at maybe 2,000, 3,000 profit, which is fantastic. It's making money, which is great, because I don't think our other one was making money. And how I worked that out was working out the timing. So it's actually going at a slower speed. So we're going 5 miles per hour, and we've only got 7 vehicles. But what's happening is that through the timing and the number of vehicles, we've got continuously people like in and out of the skyline gondolas, and that's worked really nicely. That's been a really good lesson for me in terms of managing these rides. Not always more is better. So, you know, at this stage, so we've got one coming in, and then we'll have one going out, and they'll sort of load and unload, and it's pretty smooth. There's like not like a huge line of these gondolas waiting to go back and forth. So yeah, so that was really interesting for that. As far as the animals go, so what I've got in here are some bears. So we kept the bears, so they're hanging out there. Oh, they're not really happy with their terrain. I'm sure I set that up okay. Obviously not. I've got way too much long grass. Maybe I've just flubbed that up somewhere along the way. Who knows? So more short grass. A little bit of sand. Some soil. And I think we've done it.
I must admit, I'm quite relieved. With all that toxic waste around here, I was getting quite worried about you. Not making enough of a profit for me. I jest, of course. But you did it. You're a bit of a financial wizard. I should have you do my accounts. And I mean the real ones. And you really impressed the inspector, didn't you? She was very surprised to see a panda here. But I think Lin Lin should probably go back home soon. This was just a short holiday for her. Extremely short. Almost as if she was never here. So if people ask, she was never here. She's done her job though. Show the world you've got a panda and suddenly people who weren't taking your calls are actually calling you. They can open a lot of doors, pandas. Literally. They've sort of got thumbs, you know.
Okay, well, we have done it. We've got the gold. So we've got sort of birds to pair here. The okapis. We've had crocodiles, flamingos. I actually decided to take a risk on flamingos, and they were okay. I didn't have them that long. And we've actually got like little warthogs there. So yeah, so that was the zoo, and I managed to make it profitable. I also discovered like this thing, I will get to the next zoo very shortly, but this restaurant thing, it's like really badly done. It looks ugly as, but yeah, so they can come in the restaurant and then they like, you know, eat at the restaurant, which is quite cool. And it actually is quite profitable as well. It was more profitable than that. Oh, no vendor. Right. Anyway, that's how I got there. I've got the exhibits and the trading of that all set up. And yeah, just like that. We've got some protesters. Let's get out of this zoo. Let's find out what our next zoo is going to be. Okay, so we're at the Myers Sunshine Happiness Zoo. Hiring freeze. Ugh. So Myers Sunshine Happiness Zoo promises a lot with its name and it is failing to deliver on almost all of it. Oh cool. Built from only the cheapest of materials and subject to odd employment laws and mysteriously heavy taxation. Oh no. There will be a lot of challenges if you want to turn this ship around before it hits an iceberg. Oh. Well, let's see what we're in for.
Hello there. I'm sorry we haven't met before, but I'm Emma Goodwin, Bernie's daughter. Oh, Nancy gave me your details. I do hope that's okay. Well, the reason I'm getting in touch is because of what Dominic Myers is doing to the profession of zoology, i.e., his wholesale destruction of it. That man should have never been allowed to purchase my family's company. His greed? It corrupts everything he touches. Still, I do want you to keep working for him for now. See, I'm setting something up. I just can't give you details yet. But when the time is right, I sincerely hope you'll come work for me instead. Perhaps, between us, we can undo the damage Mr. Myers has done. Until then, chin up.
What do you think about this zoo, eh? It definitely has potential. Not much actual, but lots of potential. But good news, I've arranged a deal with a local building supplier, so you can use as many breeze blocks as you'd like to build here. Pretty much nothing else, though. Oh, and there's a slight legal issue with the staff. You can't fire any of them, or hire any more. Oh, except vendors. So keep the staff you've got happy, or they could be a real problem. Although not as big a problem as the local taxes, which are a very big problem. Long story short, I'm going to have to take mysteriously large yearly payments from the zoo accounts to pay for them. Anyway, you better get started. I want to see all sorts of animals here. Giraffes, cheetahs, orangutans, etc. You know, furry ones. So we won't have to spend too much keeping them warm. Although you probably will want to give a warm welcome to the reporter who's coming. I know they say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but trust me, if that was true, I wouldn't have had to buy all these zoos.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. So we can't hire or fire any more staff, with the exception of vendors. So we're going to have to be super onto it as far as work zones go. That's going to have to be a really big thing. And obviously money is going to be a big issue, I have a feeling. And yeah, I don't really know what we're in for. So let's have a look at our objectives and let's see what we're doing. So we've got to obtain an overall staff happiness of at least 75%. So that's interesting because we haven't really had to deal with that so much so far. Like we haven't had to do like staff training or really worry so much about staff happiness. Okay, so we don't have staff room, right. So earn a yearly profit of 1,500. That says to me that this is going to be really, really, really tight as far as money goes. So I'm going to be super careful with money. Adopt and place the rescue animals found in the rewards. So what are the rescue animals we've got? So we've got a cheetah and a Bornean orangutan. So we've got to make 2 enclosures for these guys. Okay. All right. So for silver, obtain an overall staff happiness of at least 80%. Yearly profit of 10,000. Well, that's a jump. Keep crime occurrences below 8. Oh, I really hope we've got some decent security. We have to think about like maybe cameras and stuff. Adopt the required animals. Okay. Obtain an overall staff happiness of at least 90%. Earn a yearly profit of 15,000. Increase the average habitat species overall welfare to 85%. Breed 1 new cheetah, 1 new Bornean orangutan, and adopt an animal from each biome. Oh, wow. Okay, this is going to be a wild ride. I sense failure in my future. Oh, no. Okay, let's have a look at what animals we actually do have to work with. So we've got an African wild dog, Elderbred giant tortoise, boa constrictor, so that's an exhibit. That should be an exhibit as well. That should be an exhibit. That should be an exhibit. So we've got a few exhibit animals. 1, 2, 3 non-exhibit. It's another exhibit. 4, 5. Timberwolf. Oh my gosh. So there's not really much in the way of breeding pairs either, which is problematic because, you know, obviously we want to be breeding them to make cash. So that's something we're going to have to work out. So we'll work out getting some more of our exhibits sorted. So what have we got in the way of staff? So we have 3 vets, no work zones. Right, so we're going to have to set those up. So happiness. Okay, so we've got salary issues as well. Okay, so we can do training. I don't think we could do training before, so I could be wrong on that. I probably just didn't notice it if we did. But this is obviously going to be an issue. We're going to have to review all the salaries. Set up work zones. So we've got 3 vets, 5 keepers. Okay. 3 mechanics. One security guard, and we've got to have like less than 8 crimes. Oh, crud. Okay. 5 caretakers, 16 vendors. Ouch. My first instinct is to box all the animals up, delete everything, and start fresh. So if that's my instinct, I think I'm going to run with it, and let's do that. Let's get everybody boxed up so we can move them around and do what we're going to do, and hopefully not get too many issues with that. So box animal. Might be easier just to do it this way. African wild dog, box, and a giant tortoise. So yeah, I think this might be the easiest way. So we've got all our exhibit animals, which are fine. We have to work out where our exhibits are and maybe, oops, boxed. And that one's already boxed. But our Siberian tiger, because I'm just looking at like the quick look at the enclosures. I have a feeling they're all terrible. So like this is, yeah, I reckon we can make some money and delete everything. Okay, so let's push play and get everybody boxed up. I'm just going to double check that they are boxed. Okay, so we're good. We're good to go. We're good to delete. Because we've got 19,000 I want to avoid a loan if at all possible, because that just really, it's really not so good. So let's see what we can delete and what we can't delete. That's always the question. Okay, so I'm going to go through, I'm going to delete a few things, and then we'll see where we're at. So I've had a little bit of a snag with this whole plan to delete things, in that some of these things, or a good chunk of these things, are actually costing money to delete. So look, we're at 19,589, right? That takes us down to 19,539. So we're losing money if I delete things. So it's not absolutely everything, but it's enough stuff that I can't actually really make any money deleting anything except like the enclosure stuff, which really at this point I probably should keep. So I don't know. This is a bit crazy. So yeah, I can't delete stuff without losing money. And normally, like, you make money from like deleting all the scenery stuff, but yeah, in this case, like I go like this, delete that, and I'm down to 18,000. So that is a huge problem. So let's have a look around the zoo. Let's just see how this is all sort of working. So we have, this is the spawning point here. So this is our guest spawner. So AKA our entrance. So then we go through here. So we've got our guest spawning point. We go in through here. So we've got sort of decorative stuff. Can't delete that. Can't make any money from it. So then we go through to this part of the zoo where we start to have our animals and food. So we've got just a memento there. So I might have to look at the prices of the shop. So we've got toilets there. So let's add in a value of that every month. And income 20 cents, just so we can get the costs down on that. And then we've got 3 shops around here, so no vendors at all. So the problem is we haven't got, I don't think, any staff rooms, so we're going to have to work on that. That's got to be one of our first things. I think this might be quite an interesting zoo in the sense that it's going to have some really interesting challenges. Like, I might not be able to approach this in the same way that I otherwise would. So we've got our what's that? So that is our timber wolf, and then in here we have our zebra. I don't know what this thing is. Can we delete that and make money? I don't want to delete stuff and it's stuff that the animal is using though, but it's like a weird building. But I can make money from deleting that, so maybe I shall, and we can like add in a shelter, proper shelter. I just have to keep an eye on that because I'm really nervous about deleting things now and losing money because I don't have much money to lose. Okay, so that took us up to 20,000. We can put like a nice shelter in there for our zebra. And then along here we have our Siberian tiger. Honestly, these enclosures look like they suck, but anyway. So 1, 2, 3, and then what have I got over here? Over here we have our African wild dog. So that's through there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 enclosures. What have we got over here? So this is a staff area. So we have keeper hut small. Animal trade center. Staff room small. And we got anything down there? I mean, it looks cool, but that's probably quite inconveniently placed. And then what have we got over here? So then we have our grizzly bear. Oh, so we've got like an empty enclosure space here, so we can put one animal there. The tortoise, oh, that only needs a small little enclosure anyway, so that's cool there. Okay. I don't know what this thing is. Okay, some more vendors over here. So shops are definitely an issue. So if we can get those up and running, we make more money. There is another enclosure here set up ready to go by the looks of things. So we've got our 2 enclosure spaces, so we don't actually need to spend much on the way of money on those. This has a cave. Oh, and like a little Water spot. What's this over here? Will I make money from deleting that? Nope. Losing money. Oh, that's sneaky. So we've got like a little cave area. What were our animals again? A cheetah. So this would be good for the cheetah, and then we'll put the orangutan over there. Cool. Let's transfer those to animal storage. Okay. So I think the big thing is going to be setting up some staff areas and work zones. And just making sure our vendors are in place, and actually trying to get some breedable animals. So these are our exhibits under here. They look really funky with the little things on top. So we can try and get some breeding pairs for our exhibit animals, because we've got 500 conservation points there that we can possibly use. So that's 1, 2. I don't know what this thing is. No idea. And then have we got any other? So there is a, oh, hang on. So it's another exhibit here. So it's a hairy scorpion. And then we've got another one over here. So these exhibits are different. And they don't actually have any educational stuff. So maybe we put in like the educational stuff as well. So, oh, I'm really nervous about this one, guys. Really nervous. This is going to be a scary one. Okay. Let's get our animals placed. So I guess we can unbox all the animals now. And we're going to get our orangutan into here. So let's get our habitat set up. Why do they just never do any preset building things? I hate having to build these climbing things. It's not my fave, okay? Oh, I like the pre-made, ready-to-go ones. You know, those are good. So I think we'll just do like a single platform for that. There's only one little dude in there, so at this point. And we'll do little bridges. Oh, we don't have any bridges. Yeah. Okay, well, no bridges then. We will just use our wooden delightful planky things. Okay, so we have a climbing frame. Let's get in a little basic shelter. Okay, what else do we need to add? It's our... That's normally not 300, is it? Maybe it is. It's expensive though. So we've got the arboreal feeding platform, so I reckon we can just do a... Ah, that's all we need. For that, heaters, coolers, don't know. Enrichment items, we've got what we've got. Okay. So until the orangutan gets in there, I don't know what else we'll need to do. So we'll wait till we do that. And let's get our cheetah in there. I love cheetahs. They're such gorgeous animals. I believe they're endangered as well, so that kind of sucks. Oh, I thought this was connected to this. Oh, darn. Okay, well, I think this is the cheetah one anyway, because it's got the electric fence, so that makes sense. Cheetah. Food and water. Okay. So we'll do our water and food tray large. Heaters. I feel like they're going to need heaters because, you know, Africa is where they're from, so that makes sense to me. Little shelter over there. Some nice warm hay to snuggle in. And enrichment items. We're going to have to do some research, darn it. Okay, so we've got our animals, our 2 animals placed, so that's nice. Now we're going to have to work on some staff areas. So I think maybe if we can do like another staff room. Where's our other staff area? So the other staff area is here, kind of weird. And like, all the work zones are kind of over here. So I reckon we need like a staff area here and a staff area up here somewhere. So let's see what we can get in here. Keeping in conscious of the fact that we're down to 18,000. And I don't think we're going to be making money fast either. But we'll see how we go. I have no idea about transformers and stuff. Ugh. So keeper hut. I'm not even going to bother with decoration. It just will go cheap as possible is the way to go in this. So I might put like a barrier up here. And staff room. We haven't got anything large. We might have to do some research on staff stuff. Actually, yeah, you know what? I think that's probably going to be the way to go. Is a bit of research on staff stuff. So that we can get that happiness up, because that's, yeah, key. So this is going to be an interesting scenario. It might be just a case of deleting the stuff that I can, when I can, as I find it. And then we might do like a little tree that'll block the way. Maybe something alpine-y. Hopefully that hides that enough. I kind of feel like we might need power stuff, but I don't know at this point. Okay, so we have a staff room area there, and then we'll do a second area over here. Hang on, what's this? So there's a little transformer there. Is there more staff stuff here? So that's workshop, research center, veterinary surgery, quarantine. Okay, so no staff stuff here. So let's add in our staff room. So this is a nice little staff area. Okay, and then we'll have our first facility, which is going to be our staff room. And then our keeper hut over here. We'll put the keeper hut over here then, because clearly we're not going to be doing that side. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I'm kind of feeling like I need to double down on staff rooms, because at this stage we can't upgrade them, which is a problem. We're going to have to really look at the research side of things and see how we can actually research this and improve on things, because yeah, as it stands, not probably great. Okay, so we've got a couple of staff rooms in each of those areas, so hopefully that helps. Let's push play, see what happens. Now, all work zones, actually, no, let's push pause again. It's going to be like an episode on pause, I think. Let's try and set up our work zones quickly. And also need to work on pay. I don't know what the expected salary was. Okay, okay. Alright. So underpaid staff, definitely a problem. Get that sorted. We can do that. Fortunately, I've done enough of these scenarios now that I actually remember what they get paid at a basic level. Some of them. Vendors. 250? Okay, there we go. So we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, they're not ecstatic about their pay, but they're definitely not doing the thumbs down. So that's a bonus. There's going to be a lot to do in this zoo, I feel. And it may be less about the animals and more about the people. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I mean, obviously, the animals are key. But maybe less so in this one. Okay, so we've got that to do. So let's work on work zones. New work zone. So let's do that one. That one. Let's divide it into 2. So we can have maybe... Oh, I have to check how many keepers we have. But if we head in 2... and then 1 keeper for the exhibits, that might work. So this is... top habitats. So grizzly... Empty. Okay, well we're about to get that full, so that's fine. Okay, so how many... keepers do we have? 5. So 2 keepers to each of these, and then 1 for the exhibits. Top habitat. Okay. So new work zone is going to be that one, that one. Okay, I think those are all the exhibits. And then part of that. Might need like a second keeper hut, not really sure, but we'll see how this goes. I don't really know how often they need those keeper huts. So then we've got our exhibits work zone. So 1 keeper for that. That's what it is. I mean, I normally would have more than that, but yeah. We are limited today. And then the bottom 4 is going to be this one, which is bottom habitats. And then 2 more. Okay, and then we're going to, whoopsie. I'm just going to go like that. And then this is going to be mechanics. They just look after everything. I don't know. Stuff, so the mechanics can cover all those areas. Mechanics. Vets. So maybe 1 bottom habitat, exhibits, and top habitats. Alright, let's see how that goes. I maybe won't do... Maybe just do this for caretakers. I don't really know... I guess we could do that for the security guard as well. Mechanics, and then vendors. Oh, that's a whole other kettle of fish. But I might leave that there. And then we can sort of work on, yeah, the rest of this in the next episode, because there's a lot to do. So we've still got to go through and adjust the shops and check the vendors and just get everybody sort of happy and rested so that like the shops can get underway, and then work on breeding pairs. So yeah, we have got a lot to do. So we will do that, do some more in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have had fun. I'm going to put play for a little bit, and hopefully disaster won't strike. Have a good one, and I will catch you later. Bye.